So let's see a demonstration of SolStack. We will be building a basic master minion configuration, and the management of our infrastructure is by running through the initial configuration on a Sol master server. So ours is a basic setup. So here this is the Salt server, which is basically the master, and then this is the minion. So we've named it minion 2, which will be is basically the client, and then these should be able to communicate with each other. So our Salt master will be the central server in which the design will be used both as a control center and also as a repository of configuration data. So the master is already configured, and let's just check if it is able to communicate with the minion. So let's see in the Salt keys, minion 2 should be added as the accepted key. So as it is added, so it should be able to communicate. So let's also confirm this with a test.ping, and let's see what result it shows. So minion 2, there is a result true, which is returned. So this means that the master is up and running. The next step is to demonstrate some of the basic Salt formulas that make use of Salt's built-in states to configure the server. So these Salt formulas reside in the Salt master in the /srv/salt. So let's go ahead and check it. So these are the two Salt formulas we have defined. One is the vim.sls and webserver.sls. These are basically YAML files which are saved as .sls on us in the Salt infrastructure. So let's see what we have defined in each. So Vim is basically saying to install Vim on the minion, and this we're just trying to check if Vim is already installed or not on the minion. The next is the web server, where we are trying to install Apache and PHP at the same time on the minion. So we want to install these packages on the minion using the central server. So we will demonstrate the concept of high state. So this is a way for Salt to dynamically determine which Salt formulas should be applied to a certain minion. So the minion here downloads and examines a top file. So what is a top file? So let's go ahead and check the top file. So the top file is where you define which all minions it applies to. So for example, star means for all the minions, and minion star means any minion that starts with the name minion. So our minion is minion 2, so the web server applies to it. So whenever a high state is executed, the minion requests the top.sls file from the master and searches for the formulas that it reaches to. So let's go ahead and execute the high state on the minion 2. We see the package Vim is already installed, and since I had already run it once, even the it was successful, but it says all packages were successfully already installed on it. Now the next feature we want to demonstrate, and the last one, is how the multi-master configuration works. So this allows for extra redundancy and also scalability. So this is another AWS instance which we are running, and we would want it to act as a master to the minion. So we have installed Salt on it as a regular master, but the only difference here is that the public and the private key existing on the current master, that is our Salt, should match on this, because the minion can only hold one master server key. So let's go ahead and check what the key is. So this has exactly been copy pasted on the keys on this the new master that we have just created. And also a basic configuration on the minion is on the minion conf file is that we have to rename change it. So we have already done it, So initially master was only salt, so we have also added salt 1 to it. Now let's go ahead and check if salt 1 is able to communicate with the minion. So in its accepted keys we already see minion 2 does exist, and now let's execute a high state. So in this we have just defined a salt formula to install git. So as we see, the package is installed, but since I already ran it, so it says package git is already installed and it succeeded. So that is it, and thank you so much.